It is something that has been on the minds of many in the broke city of Allen Park. On this night, a council member could barely get the words out.
To ask the state to bring in a review team under Public Act 4.
Public Act 4 is Michigan's law for taking over a financially troubled local unit of government. There are several triggers, and Allen Park meets at least one of them, a severe downgrade in its credit rating. This night, the City Council decides to draft a letter that would begin the process of bringing in an emergency manager. It is the first time a City Council has taken this step.
I think it's needed. I think it's a wake-up call for everybody.
Allen Park's troubles deepened when it purchased, without voter approval, the site of an old Visteon plant to turn into a movie studio.
My name is Jimmy Lifton.
The city was hoping to cash in on a recent state law that required taxpayers to pick up about 42% of the expenses of movies shot in the state.
The studio at capacity will end up employing a great amount, more than 3,000 jobs.
The studio never got off the drawing board.
Somebody dropped the ball big time. You know, they had stars in their eyes possibly, but until the SEC and possibly the FBI can determine what went on, I don't think we'll ever know. As a citizen, it's too hard to get all the facts.
The city paid nearly $30 million for the property. Last spring, it was worth about half of that. Taxpayers are now stuck with the property and its debt.
That's part of the problem with economic development programs. The cost to politicians of pursuing them are practically zero, but the benefits are large.
Reporting from Allen Park were some
They're free ribbon-cutting ceremonies to those politicians who partake of the program, who champion the program.
The city is asking voters to approve a tax increase this May, but they've said no before. Some residents think it's time the city's unions give in.
It's not an anti-union thing.
Taxpayers criticize the city's pension program. Police and firefighters can retire in their 50s, collect full ride health care for life, and a pension under current formulas nearly equal to their pay.
Why are we still in trouble? It's because of legacy costs, health care costs, and these playing games with the pensions.
We are at the end of the road.
Last year, residents got so fed up with the mayor and the council, they booted nearly every one of them out. This is the new panel, and their job is no simple matter. The police union has refused to reopen its contract. Firefighters refuse concessions without a contract extension. The city is trying to sell or lease the studio property, but it's been a tough market. The city owes bond investors $2.6 million this year. City leaders say the only solution is higher taxes. This is what Mackinac Center analysts refer to as the death spiral.
We are only in the nascent stages of a recovery. If you give someone yet one more reason to leave Allen Park or leave the state of Michigan, they're not going to stick around much longer and say, well, maybe I can take another hit. They're going to get up and go. They're going to vote with their feet, which reduces the tax base, which removes children from the school system.
The mayor and the administrator think taxpayers will be more open to a tax increase if there is a 2-year limit on it. The city is seeking notes to pay its bills and trying to subcontract its fire department. Some taxpayers believe these are scare tactics to get voters to approve the millage. In its letter to the state, the city did say it has no plan to bail itself out.
Are you afraid of an emergency manager?
No.
The city, the residents are still stuck with this mess. As a matter of fact, we're stuck with it, I think, for another 28 years, and the time you factor in all the costs and everything, it may cost the city over $100 million. $100 million of taxpayers' money.